Hey Aquarius, it's Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot, here to do a weekly reading for you. I have to say that the air signs this week are kind of out there. Like, I feel like a push against, like, I feel like resistance with the air signs this week. I don't know what it is. So we're taking a look at if the connection makes sense. You know, whatever that means to you, okay? We're going to look at the connection, what's going on in the physical world, what's happening with feelings between the two of you, and also what is happening in your thoughts. This, to me, is where the truth lies, is in the feelings, okay? So let's see, let's start. This is the Chakra Oracle deck. This is the Power of Love deck, which we're going to use to get some lessons about this connection. This is the Chakra Tarot, which we're going to use to clarify these. And then this is one of my decks, which is the Messages of Chakra Wisdom, and we'll get some messages from your person, okay? So let's see what we have here in the physical world. Perfection. Okay, so the two of you might feel on some level that this connection between the two of you, you know, has a level of perfection to it. It might be that both of you are trying to live up to some type of expectation of perfection. You know, you might not think that that's what you're doing, but, you know, if you find yourself not being completely who you are or trying to be something that somebody else wants, that very well could be what's happening here, or they might be doing that with you, okay? You both want to be seen as the perfect connection or the perfect partner, perhaps, okay? So let's see what's going on with this here in the real world. I feel more like both of you feel like you found the person that you want, because this is the red, this is the root chakra. This says that I have, coming from a place of I have perfection. I have found something that I consider to be almost perfect, okay? All right, so let's see. What do we have? Four of Swords. So the two of you, interestingly enough, could, I don't know that you spend a lot of time together, okay? I feel like you might get together for a little bit, and then there's time in between where you don't see each other. Then you get together for a little bit, and then there's a lot of time that goes by. And it's easier to keep up that facade of perfection under those circumstances, okay? It's easier not to show truly who the two of you are together when you're spending small amounts of time with each other. All right, and then we have the Magician. So again, I feel like there's a magical quality here that both of you feel, that you both want to continue that feeling. It's like you both like it. You both like this feeling of perfection between the two of you. And I feel like the circumstances in the physical world are allowing the two of you to feel this continually. You know, I feel like the attraction runs really deep. The sexual chemistry might be amazing. You enjoy thinking about each other, Four of Swords. But there's some small part of you that's conflicted about this. Why do I say that? Because the Magician on top of the Four of Swords, that means she has one sword here that she can give to the Four of Swords, which creates Five of Swords, which is conflict. So there's a small part of you that is conflicted about the way this is in the physical world. Eight of Wands. So you are communicating, or you will be communicating, okay? I feel like when the two of you talk about how good things are between the two of you, how amazing the other person is. Again, I feel like the communication is adding to this perception of perfection. It's like you both like it. You both like it. Whether or not this is real, I don't know. The fact that we do have a small piece of conflict here that you might be feeling or they might be feeling, it's like, I feel like that bothers you. What are the feelings here? All right, so we have renewal. And again, we have the red. So I feel like, again, that this goes in and out. Like you're with each other for a couple of days or maybe even a week, and then you're not. Okay, so somebody here might travel or travel for work. Because I feel like there's a constant sense of renewal. So every time the two of you get together, you experience this. And in your feelings, there's a constant surge of passion, a constant surge of like puppy love, a constant surge of butterflies in your stomach. I'm not saying this is a bad thing, okay? Not at all, all right? If it makes the two of you happy, really, who's to say that there's anything wrong with this? I guess what I'm picking up on is that somebody here does feel a little bit conflicted about this. Like they're asking themselves, is this real? Can this really be real? Can this sustain? So renewal. And what else? Ace of Pentacles. So somebody feels the intention to grow this beyond what you're in right now. You both might want to do that. You both might want to see this grow. You may not have figured out exactly how to grow this yet. I feel like both of you, especially with this Eight of Wands, if you're talking, you might be talking on the phone a lot. Both of you talk about this. Both of you have intentions towards growing this in some way. What else? Two of Wands. I feel, we've got a lot of red and orange here. So, I feel like both of you feel like you have the other. It's almost like I've locked it down. I have this person. What am I going to do with it? Two of Wands is in the sacral chakra, which is, about emotional, sexual desire. Two of Wands says that, there's two directions that you can go in, but there's one direction that you absolutely desire to go in. I feel like you desire to go towards each other. Somebody here has to make a sacrifice at some point. Again, like I don't feel like this can sustain forever. And I feel like that's where the conflict might be coming from, that small bit of conflict. What else? Holy cow. The Chariot, card of Cancer. So the Two of Wands and the Chariot, very similar energy. It's about definitely knowing where you want to go. Okay. It's also about, the Chariot is about following your heart. So, I feel like both of you are listening to what your heart is saying, listening to your feelings, knowing where you want to go. But there's not a lot of action to take the next step, because you're enjoying this this pattern of feeling like this connection is perfect, then going away, and then enjoying the renewal of feeling this perfection again, and then going away and then feeling this renewal. That's what this feels like. It absolutely, I feel, makes sense, and I can completely understand why you would be enjoying this connection if you are, okay? Because it doesn't have a lot of reality attached to it. It's almost like, it's like a dream, right? You go to sleep, you dream, you wake up. You go to sleep, you dream, and you wake up, and it's like this pattern of going somewhere where all of your worries are put aside. That's what this feels like. Thoughts, self-worth. So I feel like being with this person or being in this connection is actually a really good thing for your self-worth, because you feel amazing when you're around this person. You do. And it doesn't mean that the two of you live far apart. For some of you it might, but I feel like it's a connection that happens, periodically, and when it does happen, it's really amazing. And it's like, how do I bottle this? How do I have this all the time? That's the conflict. But I feel like it's really good for both people and for their self-worth. I think it feeds your self-worth in a positive way, because it definitely is calling upon both of you to be your best selves. Whether or not that is completely authentic is up for debate. All right, so what else do we have here? Devil. Wow. So literally, we're practically all red and orange, which is having desire. I mean, breaking it down into the simplest terms, both of you have such an overwhelming desire for each other. It's like crazy. It's crazy good. That's what this feels like. Crazy good. The devil is just, it's a temptation, a sexual desire, a fantasy, and it is definitely feeding yourself and the other person in a very, just, I want to say devilish way, but devilish in a good way. You might need a little fantasy in your life right now. You might need a little bit of a departure from the real world. That's what this feels like. And honestly, it feels good. It feels good, and feeling good is really the key to everything. Drawing in everything you want comes from feeling joy and feeling good. So far, I'm not seeing this as being a negative thing. Even with the devil here. Look at sun. I told you. Complete joy and happiness. This is where your thoughts are. This is where your feelings are. And this is where it is in the physical world. The sun also says that, this is the third eye chakra here. The two of you have vision for this connection. It might be, because we have Ace of Coins here too. Both of you have intentions to grow this. I feel like you're just really being in the moment. Like you're having a lot of perfect moments between each other, and it feels really good. If you're not having this yet, there might be somebody in your hemisphere right now that is eyeing you that you don't know about yet. But it's like, it's really feeding you. That's beautiful. What else? The Star. Holy cow. All right. So major arcana here, the Chariot, following your heart. The Star is the heart's desire. Both of you consider each other your heart's desire that make you blissfully happy. And with all of this orange sacral chakra, I feel like there is an overwhelming, unbelievable sexual attraction between the two of you. You know, it makes a lot of sense. You know, this might be an in and out type of thing right now, but I feel like it has potential to grow. I feel like both of you feel like it has a potential to grow. And it could be such a nice departure from everything that's going on in the world right now. It's actually quite beautiful. All right, so let's see what the lessons are from this. What are the lessons? A lesson in patience. Well, that makes sense. If you're spending time with somebody and then they go away or you go away and you're alone for a while, patience. You are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. Again, I feel like this is about being completely happy and satisfied in the present, whether this person is around you or not. It's like this person's energy stays with you after they leave, okay, or after you leave. But there's a lesson in patience here. And then we have, commitment. You dedicate yourself to your beliefs wholeheartedly, knowing that love is the essence of your very being. So patience around commitment. So it's like if we can sustain this, you know, we can also, there's also something here that's wanting and willing to grow. But if you're somebody that has, you know, really pushed for commitment in the past, I don't feel like you're doing that with this person. You're enjoying the moment when you have them, and you're also in a high vibration of love when they're not around. And like you're okay with it. And by demonstrating this patience and demonstrating this joy and love for this person when you're with them, you know, it's actually building commitment in the best way possible, meaning both of you are choosing this connection every day. That's what true commitment is. It's not about demanding that somebody commits to you. It's not about putting your expectations out there for commitment and without being in the moment. Sometimes people talk about things way too much instead of just doing them and enjoying them. So you're building commitment by default here. That's kind of deep. I don't know if everybody's going to get that. All right, so let's see what your person has to say here. Another red card. All right, so this is, again, the root chakra. It says, I have the momentum of the universe behind me. I feel like that's how you both feel here. All right, there's not a single negative thing really in this reading. What else do we have here? Are you kidding me? This says, I have the will and power to manifest this. This is just unbelievably beautiful. And then we have the orange, which is the sacral. It says, I desire to be heard the way I intend. So that might be you, that might be your person, that might be both of you. But that's why all of the orange is here. You know, that could be the devil in this. You know, are you hearing each other the way that you intend to be heard? That's probably a piece of advice here. And that could also come from self-worth. That could be devil and self-worth together there. Desiring to be heard the way I intend. That could be what this connection is about truly being heard by the other person. You know, you might feel like for the first time in your life, somebody actually gets me. Somebody actually hears me. Somebody actually feels the way that I feel. That's what this feels like. I mean, truly, the first card, perfection. You know, I mean, if that's about as close to perfection as I've seen in a reading in a while. So there is an element of something really, really special here. So beautiful. All right, Aquarius, that was a nice reading for you. I love that for you. So if you are looking for a personal reading, you can certainly reach out to me. If not, no problem, as usual. I'll just talk to you next time. All right, so enjoy your week and much love. All right, bye.